Can people hear me? So I only have about 3 minutes or so to do a quick Know Your Rights training. There's 3 basic rules that people should follow when they're being targeted by the police. 1, don't trust the police. The police can legally lie to you. They can legally try to trick you, and they're trained to do so. So you can't know if someone's a cop simply because they've been protesting with you. Maybe you've seen them commit a crime next to you. Maybe they've asked you. Maybe they look cool. Maybe
No,
you look at them and say,
definitely
are
not.
you a police officer? Are you a police officer? Are you a police officer? And they look at you and say, no. That's not a good test. You can't trust the police. Legally, they can lie to you. Legally, they can trick you. In fact, they're trained to do so. 2, don't talk to the police. If a police officer comes up and wants to talk to you, the safest thing to do is
Silent, and I want to see a lawyer.
That's what you say. Legally, the safest thing to do whenever a police officer won't let you walk away. For example, if you're under arrest, they won't let you walk away. So if they have any questions for you, the safest thing to say to them is, I'm going to remain silent and want to see a lawyer. If you've been arrested and you've taken into a small room and the detectives want to ask you questions, what's legally the safest thing to say?
I'm going to remain silent and I want to see a lawyer.
Right? In any situation, let's say you're at your house and they come and knock on the door. Legally, you don't have to open your door. If they have a warrant, they'll kick in the door. That's how you know they'll have a warrant. Or at least they'll think that they have a warrant. They don't knock on the door anymore and say, hey, we have a warrant, open up. Instead, you're sitting on your couch and they just kick open your door. And you may think, oh, I bet they think they have a warrant. If they come up to you, you don't have to open your door. The cops and the feds have been going to activist house in the last few weeks in Portland and knocking on the door. If you look out of your house and you see a cop, legally the safest thing to do, don't open the door. If they say anything to you through the door, like open it up, this is your one chance. What do we remember from our first rule? They can lie to you and they can trick you. Don't trust them. Legally the safest thing to do is not to talk to them. If you do open your door on accident and they're there, what do? You say, sorry, you can't talk right now. You try to shut your door and walk away. They won't let you do that. What do you say to them? You say, I'm going to remain silent and I want to see a lawyer. Say both of them. Don't just say something like, hey, I don't want to talk to you right now. Because they'll say something like, oh, I don't want to talk to you either, but I have to. It's my job. It's almost as if they're trained to say bullshit like that. Instead, what you're supposed to say is in clear language. You invoke your right to remain silent and right to see an attorney. The reason that you do that, the clear reason that you do that is so that you're invoking both your right to an attorney and right to be silent. Because that way they can no longer talk to you. Okay, last but not least, don't let them search you. If they want to search you in any regard, what do? You say, I do not consent to that search. I do not consent to a search. What doesn't matter what sort of search. Search of your phone, search of your wallet, search of your backpack, search of your house, search of your car. All you say is you say, I do not consent to a search.
They'll ask if there's something sharp in your bag to get into it.
Anytime they want to search you, what you say is, I do not consent to a search. The reason they do that, in order to search you, they need a warrant or a warrant exception. The most important warrant exception they use all the time is consent. So what you can do, you can deny them consent. That doesn't mean they won't search you, just means that maybe if they find something, they can throw it out. And quite frankly, you also don't want to consent because you don't know what you have in your wallet. Anyone here that has a pocket knife that swings out that's in your pocket, that could be a crime under Oregon law. You may not know that. If anyone here has prescription drugs, where you don't have your prescription drugs in your little thing like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that could be a crime. You don't know what you have on you, what is a crime and what's not a crime. They've made so many things a crime that folks cannot safely consent. Also, we know from our first rule, don't trust them. You would not want to consent to be searched by someone that you don't trust. So, our 3 basic rules. Don't trust the cops, don't believe what they say. They can lie to you and they can trick you. Rule 2, don't talk to them. If they won't let you walk away, like you're in jail, or they're harassing you, or you're being detained, all you look at them and say, I'm going to remain silent and want to see a lawyer. Don't say, am I being detained? Because you know you're being detained because they haven't let you walk away. And if you ask if I'm being detained, what's that? That's a conversation. What you do not want to have with the police. You do not want to begin a conversation with the police. So what you'd say is you shut that conversation down. You say, I'm going to remain silent and I want to see a lawyer. And if they want to search anything on you, they want to look at the soles of your feet, they want to look at your phone, they want to look at your wallet, they want to look at your backpack, you say, I do not consent to a search. And you shut the fuck up. Love you. Love you.
All right, you guys, we're gonna get going. Black Lives